Que rollo con el chicken pollo? Buenos dias. It's 5 a.m. Are you being a little girl? Or are you getting up and, doing what you got to do today? Monday morning. How are you guys doing today? How are you doing, AZ? You know what? This is your host, MP, and Behind the Sea.
Hey, Z.
How are you doing, AZ?
I can't complain, man.
How's your week going?
Good.
Are you hurricane ready?
I am not hurricane ready. It's all fake news.
It's
I
fake.
Don't believe in
Oh,
it.
you're right, because it's Hillary.
Wow. Wow. Just had to throw that in there.
Hey, man. You set yourself up for that.
I didn't.
You technically did.
Who makes these names? You know who makes the names of the storms?
No.
I don't either.
Whoever did that purposely, bro. You did. Have you seen
For
the
sure
memes?
Republican. Yeah, I've seen the yeah. So stupid, man.
Hey, don't be dropping F-bombs anymore. Right?
Oh, damn,
come on,
right.
man.
You know what's so funny? The last episode.
Yeah, you missed one. I know.
I missed like 3.
I didn't even say nothing because I was like, this guy missed it, and it's already
I got
uploaded.
The first one, I got the first one right at the beginning, and I was like, I watched it through, and I just, of course, bro. Like, no more than 2 minutes in, it was like an F-bomb.
Yeah. We gotta stop, guys. We gotta stop.
Trying to be better, guys.
Well, not only that, but we can't allow them to continue shadow banning us because of our language, and it's unfortunate that it's not that we're getting censored, but we do want to grow, and until we get to that growth point, we're gonna go back to saying what the hell we want to say.
Whatever, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we need to make this right, and I'm saying this with all transparency to all the members of Latin Wealth Club. We have to grow this podcast to where it's at least somewhat monetized. We're at least making some form of revenue. You know what I'm saying? We can't continue allowing this to be a hole in my pocket. And I'm not saying it is, because I love doing this. But what I'm saying is, Latin Wealth Club, I'm asking for your help by paying the fee. It's that simple. Just share it with a friend, a relative, or a like-minded individual. Help us grow. Help us become a little bit monetized, at least so we can cover our expenses. That's it. That's all we ask for. We're doing this out of our own free time, our own goodwill, because we care about our community and we care about the future of our country. It's that simple. But with that being said, man, we got a real good show today. A really, really good one, dude. We're going to talk about how I actually built an 800 credit score. I did mention that on the last one that I have excellent credit, but we're going to talk about my journey to get there, right? And I'm going to talk about some things some rule of thumbs I followed, which allowed me to get to that point at a young age. Because I feel like mostly in our community, in nuestra raza, as Latinos and Hispanics, we don't talk about credit. And when we do talk about credit, we are uneducated on credit. What do you think, AZ?
Yeah, I think that's 100% true. Even for me, man, I didn't really learn about how important credit was until I got older. And that's when my parents finally started understanding how important their credit is, right? They really learned because they had to buy a house. Yeah. Right? So that's when they truly understood, like, wow, okay.
They had the opening door.
Yeah. Well, no, it's an understanding of like in the last episode, credit is king. Credit is king.
100%.
Right? If you can't get a line of credit for a house, for a business loan, whatever you want to do, it's like, how are you going to try to move? Especially for a house. Like, how are you going to get $100,000,
Even for a business, bro. If you personally, as a CEO, as the leader, as the owner, don't have good credit, your business is going to suffer from it. Yeah. You have a lot more opportunities with high credit scores, right? So we're going to talk about how I did it, right? So actually at 18, bro, I got my first credit card offer, right? I accepted that. Boom. I maxed it out.
From who? Sorry, from who?
Oh, it was called First Financial Bank.
Oh, okay.
And I still have it. Actually, that's my highest credit limit, bro. I've been with them for so long. I'm like at a couple $1,000s of credit limit.
First Financial, aren't they a credit union?
No.
Okay, they're like a regular.
They're just a regular bank, but they're like a bank that targets like 18-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
So in a sense, they're like trying to finesse you, but if you're smart, you beat. You just finesse them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I received that offer at 18. I maxed it out, paid it off in 6 months. After that, I applied for my second one, and I just continued doing that until I got to 4 credit cards. Right? I'm gonna make this short. I'm gonna make the story short, so that way we could talk about some rule of thumbs. Okay. By the 4th credit card, bro, I took out a small loan of $3,000. And then I took out another credit card, my 5th credit card, but this is more of a hybrid credit card. You guys need to look into these type of credit cards where you use it as a credit card, right? You swipe the card just like a credit card, just like any other normal credit card, but that balance, it then becomes a loan. So when you pay off that balance, it goes on your credit as you paying off that loan.
What do you mean?
So, like, say you have a balance, right? You buy something for $1,000. You don't want to pay it off the first month.
Okay.
Right? You want to pay off half.
Okay.
Maybe drag it 3 months in.
Sure.
And when that balance is completely paid off, the company reports it as a loan.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So
It's called Upgrade. That card I have is called Upgrade. I'll show it to you after. But
but is this?
it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid credit card where it's like you use it as a credit card.
Mm-hmm.
Then the balance, when it's reported to credit bureaus, is reported as a loan. Once it's fully paid, it has to be fully paid off though.
So this is the specific credit card though. It applied for most credit cards.
No.
Okay,
This is a specific credit card that's a hybrid credit card. That's like it's a credit card, right? You use it as a credit card, but the balance that you owe on it when you're paying it off, once it's fully paid off, once that balance is completely clear, it gets reported as a loan.
So
they get your highest balance reported, right? And once you pay it all off, they're like, oh yeah, like say your highest balance with the interest and everything got up to like $3,000, right? Okay. That's your balance that you owe. Okay. You clear that out, they're gonna report it to credit companies like, oh yeah, this was a $3,000 credit card. I mean loan.
So when you received that card at first, did they say that's what it was? Mm-hmm. They said that it's a hybrid.
Say it's they explain it to you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 credit cards, and neither of them say that they
because those are regular credit cards. That's what I'm saying. This is like a hybrid credit card. This is like a company that it's like this is because I got recommended it because I wanted to go over 800.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I took out that loan and I got off that and I got that hybrid. So that way, because the thing is that for you to get, bro, if you just do the 4 credit card method that I did and then take out a small loan and pay off that loan, you're only going to be at 750, unfortunately. You're not going to be at over 800. It's kind of like you got to this point, you got to work a little harder. They're not just going to just give it to you. You know what I'm saying? You got to playoffs, but you're not in the Super Bowl. Does that make sense? You know, not everyone makes it to playoffs. Yeah. And not everyone makes it to the Super Bowl.
No, yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, I would be at 750. So they recommended me this hybrid card. So now when I'm paying it off, I'm like collecting a bunch of loans. These little small loans add up, right? All they care about is your payment history, right? And they care about if you're going to be a reliable person, if you've paid off stuff, if you've been a proven, you know, you could be 100% on your credit, but you could only have one credit card and you could be dragging that balance for 5 years. Right, but if you're a person that has paid off credit cards before, that has paid off loans before, and it has to be over one, like you got to do it a couple times, you're gonna get to 750, right? Mm-hmm. But you want to do a little bit more, take out maybe another loan, another credit card, pay those off, wait a little bit, and you're gonna be over 800. Right. And that's how I did it by the age of 23. I know people have done it, you know, faster than me, quicker than me. But for me, like literally going into credit with no knowledge at all, my dad barely having any knowledge, and now my dad has a lot more because of me, because I've learned. Learning from trial and error, I'm proud of myself, you know, at 23. You know, it's obviously, I know there's a lot of people that get cards for their kids, and once their kid is 18, they're already at 800, you know, which I'm going to do with my kids. You know, hopefully you're going to do that too. Mm-hmm. But some rule of thumbs to follow when you're maybe you have a low credit score right now, because I know that's where everyone's at. You know, a lot of people might be there. What you want to do is follow these 2 rule of thumbs. That's going to be a short clip. That's why I paused, guys. I paused because that's going to be a short clip.
Oh, my God.
Anyways, you want to keep your credit utilization under 30%, of course, and you want to make sure you're only buying necessities, not luxuries, things you're already buying. You already spend $200 a month on gas? Hey, put that on a credit card. Just pay off the balance every month.
Yep.
You know, necessities over luxuries, you know. And those are 2 rule of thumbs I would follow if I'm trying to rebuild my credit. Obviously, once I have those credit cards paid off, maybe take off a loan. Maybe now you could afford a loan, and you can have a loan now reported on your credit history, right? Which is going to throw you over eventually 800. AZ, I do have a question for you, bro. If you don't mind us asking, what is your credit score? Is it in the 600s, 700s?
Last time I checked 700s.
Okay, you have good credit then.
Yeah, I would. I always, you know, try to stay on top of that. It's important to say that if you're late, like at all, dude, that shit impacts your credit.
I must say that it's been really difficult for you to get over 750 if you ever got into that point, right?
It is, yeah. No, mine last time I checked, it was closer to 8, thankfully.
It was over the 750 mark?
It was over the 750. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It was closer to 8. But like, another thing is, just because you have that number doesn't mean you can go and get a huge loan.
But you're trying to get over to 800, right?
Yeah, of course.
You're trying to get in the 8 club?
Are you kidding me, dude? The last time. Come on, man. Yeah.
You look at the number, you're refreshing, you're like, oh.
It pisses me off, man. Yeah, you guys have to remember, like, if you're young, and you don't have any loan history or whatever, and you're saying like maybe you're in my boat where it's kind of like you just have a credit card and you paid off and you're close to 800 or whatever. You are what I like. The way I try to think about it is you're a penny stock. You have the
you have
perfect,
potential.
you have the potential, but you're just the skeleton and bones. Of
you're not. Your company doesn't have the right structure,
exactly.
the right
it's
fundamentals.
Not structured. Yeah, you're getting there though, and and maybe in 10 years you could be a great prospect.
Yeah, but you now, could be if you were doing everything right, you would do that in 6 months.
Yeah. But if you were able to get like a big loan and you paid it off quick and everything, then you could do it,
dude. I guess the best way you could say like a life hack would be get $3,000 in your savings account and get a $3,000 loan.
Oh man, yeah,
and then pay it off in 6 months. You're obviously gonna pay a little bit more because of interest.
Yeah,
but that's like an easy
you will pay a little bit.
That's a credit hack, I would say, right?
It is, but
I think it came to my head. I didn't do it like that. Sure, but what I'm saying is, it came to my head, and maybe it could be used as a credit hack. Yeah, have the money that you're gonna get loaned out already saved up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially if you're already thinking of buying something.
Yeah, or maybe you're just focused on building that credit score.
That's true.
But what are some rule of thumbs you're following, bro?
Always pay before. I think it's called the closing date.
The due date.
No, the closing. There are 2 dates on when you go. It should say on your.
The closing date would be the month they closed.
Yeah, it's basically when
like the 30th, the day. Oh, okay, you didn't pay it off this month. We're gonna now charge you on the day you owe it.
No, it's the way I understand it. I hope I'm correct here. I'm not spreading fake news, but it's the day where they report to the credit bureau what's your balance on your credit card. So that closing date, that's when your bank sends your information over to the credit, and they so if you pay it before then not only will you pay it on time before, but then even when you send it to the credit bureau, you have a lower balance.
Got it. I guess I would assume that's at the end of the month.
It depends on when your payments due.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I would assume that it's at the end of every month. I would assume.
Yeah.
Again, like AZ said, look it up. We don't want to be spreading
advisors.
Not only that,
information.
Not only that, but we don't want to be spreading fake news like CNN.
Absolutely. Wow. Can we say all of them? Can we say all the news?
Nah, I trust Newsmax.
Oh my god. They all come on. They all have some.
I guess the reason why I kind of give them more benefit of the doubt is because they're a small independent journalist company. Yeah, and so it's like when they're a small independent journalist company, they're not lying, or at least not as often.
But some of them are very emotional.
Yeah, or I would say sometimes they're persuaded because they believe certain news that isn't real. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But at the end of the day, that's the crazy world we live in today. As long as you have a 800 credit score, you're going to be fine, I believe, because if there's a recession that hits, you're always going to be, 800 plus, you're always going to get approved for loans. You're always going to be approved for stuff, worst comes to worst, but we're going to try to avoid that. Why? Because we want cash. We don't want to be in debt. You know what I'm saying? Mostly during these times. This is where you cash pile, and in good times is where, you cash pile now, you build your credit score now, so when the good times come around, you're just enjoying life. And, you're using your credit to leverage that to make more passive income on good times. And you're using your cash to live life.
I like that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to structure ourselves, Raza. As a community, we got to uplift ourselves during this recession. Let's cash pile. Let's pay off our debts. Let's build our credit. And next year when good times come, hopefully next year, maybe 2025, 2
years.
We're leveraging our credit for passive income. And we're living off the fruits of that passive income, right? So let's rise as a community. Let's do this, guys. And today's quote, it's quote number 4. Quote number 4. It's quote number 4. Yeah, it is number 4. And this one's just off the top of my head, so we're going to say by unknown. But they asked me, right, this is how the quote goes. They asked me why they never see me at the club. And I asked them why I never see you at the bank. Come on, bro. By unknown. And the reason why
by MP
if you want to say it, by unknown. But the reason why I got that quote is because growing up, bro, when I was first starting my business, I printed out a lot of quotes from Google and I would tape them on my wall.
Wow.
So every morning I would wake up, that was one of the quotes I seen. They asked me why they never see me at the club, and I asked them why I never see them at the bank.
Do you still have your work phone?
Yeah.
Your quotes on there?
Yeah.
I'll
have so many quotes.
Could we show that to them, man? Just because I believe you what you're saying, dude. Can we please show them just on your phone? Your screensaver.
Yeah. We're gonna post it up right here, and I'll take a picture. My old room still has those I'll take a picture. I'll actually take a picture, and you guys will see that on like my mirror and like my closets. That's where I have them, bro.
This guy's serious, man.
All right, guys. Well, on money in, no money out. Stay dedicated, stay motivated, and don't be a little girl. We'll see you on the next one.
Vaya, folclórico. Oye, disculpa la tardanza y los dolores de cabeza, ¿sabes? Agradezco tu paciencia y esta gran oportunidad. Dile, ya